Colonel Nihal and Rohini Hettiarachchi, the true servants of God. Colonel has completed 4 years of fruitful service in India Southwestern Territory as territorial leaders. The service you have rendered as the territorial leaders of this territory was significant and marvelous. For the last 4 years was fruitful and meaningful to the territory, and also it was a golden period in the history of India's Southwestern Territory. We seen colonels as mission-oriented leaders, always encouraging and inspiring our folk. After completing 4 years of service in India's Southwestern Territory, now colonels are moving to Sri Lanka. At this time, we would like to ask some questions related with Colonel's mission and ministry and personal life. So we welcome both Colonel Nihal and Rohini Hettiarachchi to this interview. Colonel, please tell us about your family and background.
In my family, mother and father, and I have a younger sister and younger brother. Altogether, we are 5 members. My father passed away in our childhood time. Now my mother, sister and brother, they are working and living in Italy for almost last, may say 15 years.
Colonel, how do you come to Salvation Army, the officership?
That is very interesting to share, of course. I grew up in the Salvation Army Boys' Home. There I come to know Jesus. I accept Jesus Christ into my life when I was 8 years old. Very young age, I was attracted to the Salvation Army uniform. I had desire to become officer in my very young age without knowing much or understanding what his officership is. I remember in the home with some of my same age friends, we used to conduct open air meeting and practicing like a cadet. Because those days training college cadets were coming to conduct Sunday evening open air meeting nearby our home. And they were starting their march from our home compound. There were 20 cadets, I think. I believe they marched with flag, playing music instrument. I still remember one cadet and training principal. His name is Colonel Newman. He was playing piano accordion. I believe that is why I like to play piano accordion from my young age. When time passed, I realized that God has a plan for me. My desire to become Salvation Army officer. I praise God. The officers who was in charge during those days, they have shown the love of Christ and gave very good care to us. They were the encouragers to me. Still, I remember a number of officers. When I was a little boy, a Canadian officer, her name is Major Avery Halsey, she gave me much care and love during my childhood. The good things is she was training principal when I was entered the training college. Still, she cared me like her son. There were many other missionary officers who gave good caring to us. If I say name, Major Mary and Major Graham Crowden, and other local officers and the missionary as well. After completing my school education, I was ready to go as a co-helper. At that time, now Commissioner Malcolm and Irene Induruage, then they were lieutenants, they helped and encouraged me to be faithful to my calling. With their blessings, I leave the boys' home to work as a co-helper. That's an interesting story.
Very, very interesting story.
Yeah.
As like Colonel has told, it is my understanding that many of the Salvation Army officers, including national territorial commanders, they have brought up through the children's home.
Yes.
That reflects the significance of Salvation Army social activities in Sri Lanka,
Yeah.
especially the influence the social institution, especially the children's home, has given to the people of Sri Lanka.
Yeah. That-
That's
a lot of results are there out of
yeah.
services, the social services throughout the territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salvation Army officership is a sacred vocation. At the same time, there are a lot of difficulties and challenges. What was the inspiration to become a Salvation Army officer?
I knew God is calling me to serve Him in the Salvation Army while I was working at the THQ. During this time, there were many missionaries serving in Sri Lanka. Their commitment and dedication have inspired me to answer and be obedient to God's calling. Today I am glad that I was obedient to God's calling. He has been faithful for me till now, and I believe He will never leave me or forsake me.
When he said that she was working the THQ, and I remember those days I was working as a cashier, the finance department.
Yeah. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Colonel always tells that leadership is influence. At the same time, I have a question. Who has influenced you for the leadership role in the Salvation Army?
Out of many leaders, of course, I would like to mention one officer name with happily and appreciation to her as well, the Commissioner Verna Skinner. Now she's the retired officer living in Australia. She influenced, developed and modeled me and given training for leadership. I appreciate very much for her support and inspiration. Also, by reading topics on leadership, observing successful leaders, ask questions, I always keep good connection with my mentor and prayer partners. All these have helped me to develop, to influence. Leadership is influence, of course.
Yeah, sure.
So I love to read many books, as I said. One of the John Maxwell, I often read some of his book.
And how did it feel when you receive an appointment order to India as the territorial leaders of India's Southwestern Territory? It is an alien country, a foreign country for colonels.
Really, I couldn't believe it. When I received telephone call from London International Headquarters, Chief of the Staff said, the General has decided to appoint us to India, Southwestern Territory, as a territorial leaders. It was very shocking to me. One thing we never ever thought of an appointment in India. We know it is not easy to get visas. I never thought I will serve in India. I didn't have any clue. We never thought actually. Because of over the last 30 years, the Indian leaders are appointing from other Indian territories. You know, after the Chief of the Staff gave the call, I said to my TC that I was not clear about which territory he was appointed. He said, it may be because of your excitement or surprise. Of course, that is what. Then my TC was very kind and he gave again a call to Chief of the Staff office, confirm to which territory is. Nothing is impossible to God. Praise God for the privilege we had to serve Him here in Kerala. The time passed so quickly in the last 4.5 years in Kerala.
I never thought there will be an appointment in India.
Never. I mean, you can think, over the last 3 decades, I haven't seen any missionaries working in India. it might be a visa issue maybe.
After independence period, after independence,
Yeah.
it was no officer from Sri Lanka came to India.
Yeah. But we are so delighted. We are so grateful to God and sending us to here in Kerala, to India. And when we look back the last 4.5 years of service in India, it's amazing, and how God led our lives in His ministry.
What's been your experience of India's Southwestern Territory as the territorial leaders?
First, I must say, we account last 4.5 years. It's a privilege to come over here to serve in the Southwestern Territory. Kerala, we are blessed to have a good number of professional, talented, gifted, as well as educated Salvationists. There are so many committed Salvationists we have in this territory. Especially, the youth are very energetic and enthusiastic. Good in IT and media field, and good singers and musicians in India, Southwestern Territory. I like the Malayalam songs. You all know that. We enjoy it very much. Surely we are going to miss beautiful music. We both, Colonel Rohini and myself, in our family as well, our children, like music. So we're going to badly miss the Malayalam music, the songs which often hearing these last 4.5 years.
There are some Malayalam songs in social media sung by colonels. I feel it was very difficult to learn these songs because of the pronunciation. The Malayalam is comparatively little tough language.
Yeah, I mean, very difficult. You have nya. Sometimes we need to use like your nose as well, isn't it? Very difficult. But by the way, I mean, I very much the tune is very touching, you know. So when people are singing, when we go to outside other churches as well, in the army church including, and when the congregation sings so beautiful, and the later part we'll ask for some of what is the meaning of that song. So when we come to the meaning of that song, it's given really good meaning to our life. That beautiful songs, ISWT.
Colonel, what was surprised you about this state Kerala?
There is not much surprises. When I compare Sri Lanka and Kerala, there are many similarities. Almost same climate, full of greenery. From the beginning you mentioned that. Town and villages are the same. There are some difference as well, wherein custom, some festival which is unique to the Kerala, but most of the Malayalam words are the same, but pronunciation slightly different. And some words are same pronunciation, same meaning too. For example, Vividha, Abhinava, Pradesavashin, Adivasin. So, but midst of those words, when you say the Madi, it is opposite. So Malayalam Madi is enough. In my language, single, Madi is not enough. So
Need more.
yeah, correct, yeah. I remember our welcome meeting at Katakada Division in 2016, month of August, I think. During the lunchtime, Lieutenant Colonel Solomon saying to the DDWM, while she was serving food, Madi Madi. Then she stopped. I looked Colonel Rohini's face and said, what does Madi mean to them? So later part we realized Madi is enough. So from that day onward, so we keep the Madi words that mean enough. Yeah.
It's my understanding that there are a lot of similarities and differences between Kerala and Sri Lanka. From your point of view, what are the differences and similarities in between Sri Lanka and Kerala? It's my understanding that there are a lot of geographical similarities and cultural similarities as well.
Yes, from food to culture, there are so many similarities between Sri Lanka and Kerala. When it's come to celebration, we definitely had a few exciting celebration and cultural events in Kerala, such as Onam.
As you said that Sri Lanka is a very beautiful country. The Kerala is known as the God's own country because of its greenery. Similarly, Sri Lanka also, the geographical similarity is very much same. When we are traveling through the Sri Lanka, we feel we are traveling through Kerala. That much similarity is there. Yeah, that is, Sri Lanka is a very beautiful island.
Of course, yeah. I mean, there's no difference in many ways in Sri Lanka and Kerala. And as you said, a lot of greenery. And you said God's own country in Kerala. So we say that we are the pearl of the Indian Ocean. And India is a big brother to us.
Colonel already mentioned that the Kerala territory is blessed with many resources, especially the human resources. As Colonel was working here for the last 4.5 years, Colonel may have evaluated and analyzes the activities of this territory, at the same time the resources. From Colonel's viewpoint, what are the strengths of these territories? How these strengths can be used for the expansion of the mission of the Salvation Army?
That's a good question. There's no doubt that ISW will grow, a lot of potentials, and there are many resources. Especially, I'm talking about human resources of ISWT. Manpower is one of the main resources. To expand of the mission, we need to manage well our resources.
Yeah.
I must say, with great love and appreciation to ISWT soldiers, that they are very much generous to others, to concern others, to giving to others, to helping others, and they always concern others. So I see that's one of the good quality of the territory. For example, when we start to build new churches, and half of the projects money come from the local community, they are taking part. And I know one day I was visit on the way to near Nedumangadu. So suddenly we take a decision to visit one of the construction site. So they don't know that we are visiting that place. So when we visit there, I have seen some young soldiers, after their jobs, they are coming to the church and start to helping the.
It is a positive sign that our soldiers are supporting our Salvation Army mission, especially nowadays when we are doing any construction work. They are supporting very much. As like Colonel told, they are taking much contribution to erect a new church building, and also some of the cottages as well.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I noticed and encouraged by seeing prayer life of our soldiers, Salvationists. They spend much time in prayers. Salvationists are not lazy in prayers here. I have noticed that. Believing God's mighty power is a greater and the same time experiencing the result and participating and giving support to the mission work is commendable. I appreciate very much. I admire what the soldiers are doing for the mission of ISWT.
As like Colonel told, we have a lot of resources. We have many strengths for the development of the Salvation Army. At the same time, there will be surely the challenges. What are the challenges of the territory?
First, I must say the challenges are good most of the time, that help us to shape our leadership capacity in order to face the tomorrow. That's one of I gain serving here in India Southwestern Territory. There are many challenges we as the leaders face, most of you know, but I do believe God making a way for making a strong faith in us to face the challenges, even the future. Sometimes there were challenges that which difficult to clearly understand, some situation which face due to misunderstanding, without knowing the fact truly and clearly. Spreading rumors and gossip makes unhappiness and destroy the peace. So that is also we have experienced. It is always good for any community to have more people with positive thinking and integrity.
There may be a lot of things that has given joy and satisfaction to you. At the same time, perhaps disappointments. Can you explain?
We enjoy the Malayalam singing and music. We love it. Salvation is here, ready to give their tithes out of their income. The offerings of the Salvationists are given to God is great. Prayer support, giving time for the activities and participation of the divisional conventions, meetings or program or activities, their readiness, willingness and commitment towards the mission are highly appreciable. I mean, honestly, I must say, there are good side of this territory. There are many souls and youth and the children and adults. They are very much attached to the church and the program activities. They are giving their fullest support. Start social media as a part of our mission. Territory was able to open a social media studio at THQ building. We thank God for our media team. They are talented and knowledge and a good team, and they are voluntarily they are supporting the army ministry. Here today you can see they are the part of this shooting and are taking place in our interview. I always admire commitment and willingness to go extra mile for the mission of God. I have noticed that extra mile always our youth, our adults, our women's, they are ready to go extra mile for the Lord. That is one of the great things I have seen from the beginning. Still they are doing the same thing. Today this interview is shooting the same team, our social media. How nice. These all are the satisfaction that we enjoy while serving India Southwestern Territory.
I have seen Colonel as a mission-oriented leader. Colonel has given much importance to the youth and children ministry and also encourage young generation for the leadership roles. I have seen Colonel was always encouraging young generation to come forward. There was a saying like this: the real leadership is not making discipleship. Leadership is creating leaders. Colonel was creating many leaders in this territory. Colonel brought women and young generation to leadership roles. Colonel was always keeping a gender balance and a generation balance in all the administration aspect. What was the inspiration behind this?
Yeah, well, I love children and youth ministry. My heart is big for such a ministry, of course. Before our arrival, I had gone through the 10 years yearbooks to find out the situation of the Kerala, ISWT. From the yearbooks 2006 to 2016, I tried to find out territory's strength and current situation. Then soon after our arrival, the same way I looked territory's statistics and try to find out what kind of activities has been taken place over the last 10 years. And it proved that youth and children ministry are going badly down. And I don't want to hide. This was the reality, and most of the people know this. Number are decreasing as well. So my first executive officers conference held at Kovalam Red Shield Guest House in the month of 2016.
Yeah.
You was not there, no?
No, not there.
Yeah, you was a training college at that time. I remember, yeah. I explained it to my leaders with graphics that the time has come to review our youth and children ministry. So I talked very strongly and very boldly because all the facts and the figures are telling us what's happening to our children and youth ministry in the India Southwestern Territory. I thank those leaders who were there at the conference. It was an eye-opening to an understanding the territory situation and need to do something. So we challenged them. We explained the situation we are going through as the church. The same year, in order to develop the territory, we given emphasis to youth and children ministry. And from the month of, I hope, October, we were appointed young lieutenant to be a territorial youth secretary. That's we breaking through there's some kind of customs or practice that we had in the past. Of course, I mean, if you appointed a young officer who can understand the young youth's feelings and their needs, we are compelled to make huge change. So by doing that, we can see the result of youth and children ministry today. I hope you will be agree what I'm saying. We all are living in a fast changing world. Do army ready to go with that? Do our approaching is relevant for the today's world? We need to understand that. To me, army need to new blood. We need to gender balance, as you said. We need generation balance as well for our leading force. So we need every level of leadership, balanced leadership we should have in order to face the today's challenge.
It is sure that there was a revival among youth and children during the period of Colonel Singh here. There was a lot of new initiatives like social media rooms, sports ministry, child protection. All this has very much encouraged and inspired youth and children. It is sure.
Yeah, I mean, when I see the result, and more result will come future after we left. So we are looking forward to hearing the good things are happening in the Southwestern Territory that make us feel happy ourselves. Of course, yeah, there are a number of things has changed, and the people are accept. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Changes are not easy for any community, any organization, any church. But nevertheless, our people adapt and they accept that changes. So we can see the good outcome of that changes. Very positive.
I have noticed that when Colonel was coming to this territory, the children and youth, many of them were away from church and fellowship. Through various programs like a youth camp, children education camp, our ministry on media or sports ministry, we were bringing them back to the church and Christian fellowship. That's a great achievement we have done during Colonel's period here.
Yeah, when we think about the divisional youth mission team, and out of the 14 divisions, there are, I think, 8 division already started a youth mission team, and they are doing well. I mean, they are very active in their church. As a division wise, they are doing a lot of program activities, and some places closed churches for last 15 years, last 8 years, and recently we were reopened, rededicate, and some mission team help a lot. And look at the training college now. How good number of cadets we have.
We have 19.
Yeah. So that was great to see the young life obeying the divine calling. So of course we need to emphasize much about youth and children ministry if we want to have a bright future. So we must give a good care for them.
What will be your immediate focus as territorial leaders of Sri Lanka? What will be the priorities?
Too early to answer. We are away from our home territory for the last 1.5 years. I think we need to start from where the present leaders stop. And we need a bit of time to go deep and find out that how best we can continue and what kind of support the territory needs from us as the leaders. Sri Lanka is my own territory, so we count it's a privilege in a way to serve our own community, our own country. And I must say, I will give much emphasis for the servant leadership.
What advice you would give to the officers of India's Southwestern Territory?
Your second question, what are the priorities? So I must say, my answer is we will give priorities for the mission. We came here for the mission. We are ready to go for the mission.
As Colonel leaving this territory, India's Southwestern Territory, what is the message to our people at this time?
So you mean my experience of the last 4.5 years? Continually do your best for the mission. Winning soul should be your first priority of your officer life.
Yeah.
Be faithful to that. Live a life of what we preach. Look after your young officers. Give them a good training and develop them. Give them a chance to fail. Fail is not the end of the world.
Yeah, sure.
Through the fail, we can learn many things. And there are a lot of successful people in the world. How many times they fail? Let them fail. Give them a chance to fail. Help them. Help them. Make every possible way to find opportunity to develop them. Young officers need your support. As the leaders, we need to support our young officers. I believe territory will have bright future for sure.
Yeah.
Another thing is I like to mention to you all, as part of your question you asked from me, the leadership is not a position, not a title, and not a rank. Leadership is an influence. Leadership is an action. So from the beginning you asked question about the leadership influence. So leadership is influence and leadership is action.
Amma, please give us a brief about your family and the children.
We are blessed with 3 amazing children, 2 daughters and 1 son. Our daughters are studying out of country, and our son is looking forward to join his new school in Sri Lanka. Our children always says they gonna miss Kerala and that Kerala is their second home.
Is anything else you would like to add to this interview as a final greetings?
Yeah, but I know the time is very short, but I will briefly, I can share. Kerala is known as God's own country. We experience your hospitality and welcome smile to your home and to your church. We are very much appreciate for that. Me and Colonel Rohini honestly grateful to all officers, retired officers, active officers, co-helpers, local officers, soldiers, youth and children for accepting us as your leaders. And you have given wonderful support and prayer support. That was wonderful. So what we have done in the past, if you count as a great thing, we done it because of the prayer support of the territory. And also I thank all the Christian church leaders of Kerala, and I try my level best to attain most of the church programs. Ecumenical relationship I try to build. So I had a blessed fellowship with church leaders and ecumenical organizations. And I am privileged to maintain an ecumenical relationship with them, and I had opportunity to participate many church programs and special occasions of various denominations. I appreciate their love and support to the army. I must say, the other church leaders, they highly appreciate the army, the mission of Kerala. Finally, God bless all the Christian church of Kerala and its people. God bless the Salvation Army in their southwestern territory, mission and ministry. We will remember you all in our prayers. Please remember us in your prayers as well. God bless you.
Colonel, thank you very much for spending time with us and answering all our questions. As Colonels are leaving this territory, we wish all the blessings and we assure our prayer support. On behalf of this territory, once again I extend sincere thanks and obligation to you. May God bless Colonel and Colonel's family. I am thankful to all those who are watching this video. Please uplist our Territorial Commander and TPWM Colonel Nihal and Rohini Hetrachi in your personal and cooperative prayers. May God bless the Salvation Army and India's Southwestern Territory. May God bless each one of us. Thank you very much.